Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Okay, so before we start the lesson, let's pray together. Biasanya di sini yang mimpin doanya siapa?
Reza.
Oke, silakan Reza untuk memimpin doa.
Oke, sebelum belajar, marilah kita berdoa. Berdoa di mulut. Selesai.
Oke, nah sebelum kita memulai ke pembelajaran untuk meningkatkan rasa nasionalisme kita, marilah kita terlebih dahulu untuk menyanyikan lagu Indonesia Raya. Nah, yang biasanya jadi dirijen siapa?
Ipa.
Oke, Ipa silakan maju ke depan. Satu, dua, tiga. Indonesia tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sanalah aku berdiri, jadi pandu ibuku. Indonesia kebangsaanku, bangsa dan tanah airku. Marilah kita berseru, Indonesia bersatu. Hidup tanahku, hiduplah negeriku, bangsaku, rakyatku semuanya. Bangunlah jiwanya, bangunlah badannya untuk Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya,
Merdeka, merdeka.
tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka. Hiduplah Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka. Tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka. Hiduplah Indonesia Raya. Oke, terima kasih Pak. Silakan duduk kembali ke tempat. Oke, next I will check your attendance first. Muhammad Reza, Syifa Kamila,
Present.
Sifa Yati, Rahmani Dahoirunisa,
Present.
Sri Rahayu,
Present.
dan Yolanda Zalfadila Ulhaq.
Present.
Oke, hadir semua ya. Nah, pada siap gak buat belajar hari ini? Are you ready?
Ready.
Kurang semangat nih. Kita ice breaking dulu ya. Oke, silakan berdiri dulu semuanya. Oke, jadi ice breakingnya itu Simon Says. Pada tahu nggak?
Belum.
Simon Says. Jadi contohnya ya. Jadi contohnya tuh kayak gini. Simon Says. Kalau Bapak bilang Simon Says touch your ear. Ear apa? Telinga. Jadi kalian touch your ear. Kalau Simon Says touch your eyes. Mata. Oke, udah pada paham ya? Oke. Perhatikan semuanya. Perhatikan ke depan, oke? Simon Says touch your lips. Rahma kurang konsentrasi nih. Simon Says touch your eyebrow. Oke, Siva konsentrasi ya. Oke. Simon Says touch your shoulder. Simon says, touch your head. Oke, good. Oke, udah pada konsentrasi semuanya ya? Oke, udah siap buat belajar? Udah siap buat belajar? Oke, silakan duduk kembali. Oke, jadi sebelum kita mulai ke pembelajaran hari ini, di minggu sebelumnya, last week, what we have learned?
Procedure text.
Okay, last week we have learned about procedure text. What do you know about procedure text? Anyone?
That tells
Shiva?
a text that tells about how to make something.
Okay, great. So procedure text is text about how to make something. Okay, so I wanna ask you some questions. So have you read a fairy tale or something?
Yes.
So what is the title? Shiva?
Cinderella.
Cinderella?
Kok apa ya? Udah lama nggak baca, Pak.
Udah lama nggak baca, oke. Jadi lupa.
Keong emas.
Keong emas. Yolanda?
Kancil sama kelinci.
Kancil dan buaya. Oh, kura-kura.
Kelinci sama kura-kura.
Oke. Reza?
Semut dan gajah.
Semut dan gajah. Siva?
Buaya dan kancil.
Buaya dan kancil. So, based on my questions, can you guess what we are gonna learn today? What? Short story. Okay, good. So today we are going to learn about narrative text. Now, so before we are going to learn about the narrative text, I'm going to tell you about the learning objectives of this material. So, yang pertama itu peserta didik mampu mengidentifikasi fungsi sosial dari teks naratif. Yang kedua, peserta didik mampu menganalisis structure naratif teks dan unsur kebahasaannya dengan benar. Yang ketiga, menyimpulkan isi naratif teks dengan benar. Dan yang terakhir itu menganalisis pesan moral naratif teks dengan tepat. Nah, so here's I have the pictures. So based on your opinion, what is the pictures about? Louder, please. Legend story. And what do you think about the ending of this story? Do you know the ending?
Yang paling kundang jadi batu.
Danau Toba? Nggak tahu. Danau Toba jadi danau. Iya. So, do you know the moral value of this story?
Tahu.
Apa, Siva?
Kalau paling kundang tuh jangan durhaka pada orang tua.
Jangan durhaka, harus hormat ya. Oke, ada lagi yang lain?
Sama kalau Danau Toba kurang tahu.
Oke, kalau Danau Toba kurang tahu. Nah, kalian tahu nggak what kind of text is it? Oke, narrative text, betul. And what is the purpose of the text? Do you know what is the purpose of the narrative text?
To tell a story.
To tell a story?
Entertain.
To entertain. Okay, good. Some of you has know like a little bit about the narrative text. So after this, I will show you the learning videos, and you have to pay fully attention to the video, and you have to take notes. What is the important material that showed, that explained, okay? And after that, I'm going to ask your comprehension about the narrative text. Please prepare your notes. tapi filenya udah dikirim ya, nggak usah nyatet-nyatet lagi. Oke. Oke, are you ready?
Ready? Inshallah.
Hello friend, long time no see. Welcome back to Gia Academy YouTube channel. How is your day? Your day is fun, isn't it?
Ya.
Have you ever spent your time to read novel or tale that is read by your mom before going to bed and watching for a tale the family in day off? All these activities are fun, aren't they? Do you know all text and the story script are example of narrative text? So, in this video, we will learn narrative text. What is narrative text? Narrative text is a kind of text to retell the imaginative or factual story that past tense. Teks naratif adalah jenis teks imajinatif atau faktual, cerita yang mungkin saja terjadi pada masa lalu, dengan rangkaian peristiwa atau ceritanya dari waktu ke waktu dijabarkan secara kronologis atau berurutan. Jadi, teks naratif bisa cerita imajinasi dan bisa juga cerita yang benar terjadi ya. Berikut ini contoh genre dari teks naratif. First, fable merupakan cerita yang mengisahkan tentang binatang. Contohnya, The Ant and the Grasshopper. Second, myth, yaitu cerita atau mitos yang banyak berkembang pada masyarakat dan umumnya dianggap menjadi cerita yang faktual atau benar-benar terjadi. Contoh, Nyi Roro Kidul. Third, legend, cerita rakyat yang mengisahkan asal-usul dari suatu tempat, seperti The Story of Toba Lake. Genre selanjutnya adalah folktale. Cerita ini diceritakan secara turun-temurun sehingga menjadi bagian dari tradisi masyarakat. Misalnya, cerita Malin Kundang. Next, fairy tales merupakan cerita anak-anak yang di dalamnya mengandung unsur keajaiban atau ketidakmungkinan terhadap para tokoh dan pada bagian akhir mengandung pesan moral. Contohnya, The Ghost with the Golden Eggs. And then, love story merupakan cerita yang mengangkat tema perjuangan seorang tokoh untuk memperoleh cinta tokoh utama, seperti The Story of Romeo and Juliet. Selain beberapa genre tadi, juga ada genre lainnya seperti science fiction, horror, history, slice of life, personal experience, and etc. And then, what is the purpose of narrative text? There are some purposes or functions.
Iya.
To entertain
Iya.
the readers, untuk menghibur pembaca. To amuse the readers, membuat pembaca jadi bahagia. To teach moral value, untuk mengajarkan nilai-nilai moral. To change social opinion, dan untuk mengubah anggapan masyarakat umum tentang suatu perilaku atau peristiwa. There are three generic structure of narrative text. First, orientation atau biasa disebut pendahuluan. Second, complication atau konflik. And resolution atau penyelesaian masalah. Let's discuss more. First, generic structure orientation. It set the scene and introduce the participants. Bagian ini digunakan untuk mengenalkan tokoh, tempat, dan waktu kejadian. Second, complication tells the problem of the story and how the main characters solve them. This part includes situation, activities, or events that lead problem to the climax. It shows when the crisis arise. Complication menceritakan awal masalah hingga masalah menjadi klimaks. Bagian ini biasanya banyak melibatkan karakter utama untuk menyelesaikan konflik tersebut. And then, resolution. The crisis is resolved for better or worse. It shows the end of the story, usually a happy ending. Bagian ini adalah akhir dari cerita atau berupa solusi dari masalah yang terjadi. diselesaikan menjadi lebih baik atau lebih buruk. Inilah nantinya yang akan membuat cerita berakhir bahagia atau sebaliknya. Selain beberapa struktur teks tadi, juga terdapat struktur lainnya yang bersifat opsional, boleh ada atau tidak. Di antaranya, evaluation, the stepping back to evaluate the story or the moral message of the story. Mengulang kembali cerita atau pesan moral sebagai bentuk evaluasi. Coda, change of the characters of lesson or value of the story. Adanya perubahan nilai atau pelajaran dari karakter cerita. Reorientation, the ending of the story, menyatakan kesimpulan akhir dari cerita. Mari kita lihat penerapannya pada contoh teks berikut. Paragraf pertama dan kedua menceritakan tentang tokoh utama, kegiatan sehari-hari, pertemuan dengan istrinya, dan perjanjian mereka. Bagian ini disebut orientation. Paragraf selanjutnya membahas tentang kehidupan tokoh utama dan keluarganya. Masalah muncul ketika ia memarahi anaknya. Secara tidak langsung telah melanggar perjanjiannya dengan istrinya. Tokoh utama pun menyesal dan meminta maaf. Namun istrinya tidak bisa memaafkannya. Bagian ini merupakan complication. Dan pada paragraf terakhir menceritakan akibat dari pelanggaran janji tokoh utama. Terjadilah erupsi Gunung Merapi dan tempat sekelilingnya menjadi danau seketika. Inilah yang disebut bagian resolution. Sampai di sini teman-teman bisa paham ya?
Paham ya?
And then, language features of narrative text. First, use adverb of time. For example, once upon a time, one day. Second, specific character. The character of the story is specific, not general. Example, Cinderella, Snow White, Alibaba. Third, use direct speech. It is to make the story lively. The direct speech uses present tense. For example, Snow White said, "My name is Snow White." Next, use of adjectives to build noun group to describe the people, animals, or things in the story, such as a nice, diligent, and kind-hearted man. Then, use of time connectives and conjunction to sequence event through the time, such as however, although, later, then. Next, use of past tense, such as Ajisaka went to the kingdom, measured the size of the turban. Use of action verb to indicate the action, such as stood, explained, provided, smashed. And the last one, use of saying and thinking verbs to indicate what character are feeling, thinking, or saying, such as told, realized, decided. Let's see example of narrative text. Use adverb of time, specific character, use direct speech, use adjective, use of time connective and conjunctions, use of past tense, use of action verb, and use of saying and thinking verbs. To get
Okay, that's all about the video. Have you write the important things from the video? Okay. Okay, so I want to ask you. So what is the narrative text? Yolanda?
Narrative text is a kind of text to retell the imaginative or factual story that past tense.
Oke, great. Jadi naratif teks itu untuk menceritakan kembali apa?
The imaginative or factual story.
Oke, di imaginative berarti ceritanya itu tidak nyata ya, atau faktual apa? Fiksi atau factual story. Oke, so what is the purpose of the narrative text? Okay, Siva, go ahead.
Purpose first to entertain the readers, to amuse the readers, and to teach moral value, and the last to change social opinion.
Oke, great. Jadi untuk menghibur tadi ya, untuk mengajarkan moral value, oke, dan juga untuk mengubah pola pikir sosial. Oke, next. What is the structures of the narrative text? Okay, Sri.
The generic structure of narrative text, first orientation,
Mhm.
to introduce the participants, like who, when, what, and where.
Okay.
Terus yang kedua, complication atau conflict, tells the problems of the story and how the main character solve them. And then last is resolution atau penyelesaian masalah. The crisis is resolved for better or worse. It shows the end of the story.
Oke, berarti jadi ada 3 ya. Oke, dan the last is what about the language features of the narrative text? Oke, Shiva.
The language features of narrative text are use adverb of time, terus specific character, not general, and then use direct speech, use of adjectives, use of time connectives and conjunctions, and then use of past tense, use of action verbs, and use of saying and thinking verb.
Oke. Nah, kalian udah tahu ya materi mengenai naratif teks ini. So now we are going to what is it? A practice. Like, I want to check your reading comprehension. So I have two pictures here. So what is the story of this picture? Malin Kundang. And here, do you know? Roro Jonggrang, right. So there are two pictures and I want to divide you guys into two groups. So one group consists of 3 person. Oke, silakan jadi bentuk 2 kelompok. Ini jangan ini kesini soalnya nanti Kak Yolanda yang kesini. Jangan kesini nanti nggak kelihatan. Kalau enggak mejanya 2, ininya 3. Kursinya 3. Meja 2 kursinya nanti. Oke, kalian mau pilih yang mana? Sweet dulu deh ya. Perwakilan grup ini sama grup ini. Oke, silakan. Ini grup 1 ya, berarti mau pilih yang mana? Oke, Malin Kundang. Si Reza. Oke, silakan perhatikan gambarnya. Dan here is the paper and there is a story. Please read carefully and please answer the questions. And then also kalian juga harus menganalisis mana nih structure dari naratif teksnya. Oke.
The moral value. Udah besar.
Oke, silakan dikerjakan ya.
Harus pakai pulpen, Pak.
Iya, harus pakai pulpen.
Pareja nggak kerja.
Harus kerja semua ya.
Ini malah lagi dikerjain. Bukan dulu.
Aku nomor 3.
Saya nomor 8.
Nggak ada nomor 8.
4 aja, 4 tambah 4, 8 asal.
Orientation.
Complication.
Oke, sudah selesai semuanya? Oke, jadi silakan buat kelompok mana dulu nih yang present? Oh, boleh, kelompok ini dulu berarti. Oke, silakan maju.
Yang namanya jagoan mah datang terakhir.
Oke, jadi silahkan present dari structure text-nya, lalu main idea-nya, terus characters, moral value, sama what is the ending of the story. Oke, silahkan. Perkenalkan dulu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Before we present our work, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Yolanda Fadel Ulha.
Muhammad Reza.
So here are our work. Teksnya nggak usah dibaca Pak, ceritanya.
Ya udah nggak usah. Tidak usah ya.
Number 1 is what is the main idea of the story? The story revolves around the legendary tale of Roro Jonggrang and Bandung Bondowoso in the ancient kingdom of Prambanan. It highlights Bandung Bondowoso's attempts to win Princess Roro Jonggrang's love by using his supernatural power to build 1,000 temples, and the subsequent event that lead to Roro Jonggrang being turned into stone.
The second, who are the character in sharing the story? Prabu Boko, a powerful and wise king of the ancient kingdom of the Prambanan. The second is Bandung Bondowoso, the son of the Prabu Boko, who possesses supernatural abilities. And the last is Princess Roro Jonggrang, a beautiful princess from the nightborn kingdom of the Pengi.
And number 3, tell about the moral value of the story. Respect for others' feeling. The tale warns against forcing one's will on others, as Bandung Bondowoso's insistence on marrying Roro Jonggrang led to tragic consequence. And the last question, explain how is the ending of the story. The story ends tragically with Bandung Bondowoso cursing Roro Jonggrang out of anger and betrayal when she refuses is turned into the 1,000th statue in the temple complex.
Okay, so for the structures,
For the structure, for the orientation,
in the first paragraph.
Mhm.
For the complication atau konflik itu di paragraf ketiga. Iya, kedua dan ketiga. Yang kedua itu awal munculnya.
Oke.
Yang untuk yang resolution ya paragraf terakhir.
Oke, berarti udah ya.
Dapat.
Oke, thank you so much buat kelompok 2. Please give applause, guys. Oke, silakan hasil kerjanya boleh dikumpulkan.
Yeah, maybe that's all from our group. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, thank you. Next group, come forward please.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Here we are from group 1. We will present our work. For the first is the analysis structure. For the orientation is the first paragraph, and then for the complication in the second paragraph, and then for the resolution in the third paragraph.
And then for the answer of the questions, first, what is the main idea of the story? The main idea of the story is about the consequences of pride and ingratitude. Ingratitude. It illustrates how Malin Kundang's arrogance and denial of his mother after becoming wealthy led to his downfall and eventual transformation into stone as a punishment for his action. And then the second question, who is the characters in the story? First, there is Malin Kundang, a young man who leaves his village to seek fortune, becomes wealthy, and then denies his mother upon returning. And then our Malin Kundang's poor mother, who dreams of a better life for her son, and cries for his punishment when he denies her.
Okay, for the last, the third is tell about the moral value. The moral value of the story is that one should never forget the roots or the people who helped them in time of need, especially their parents. Arrogance and ingratitude can lead to one's downfall. It teaches the importance of humanity, respect, and acknowledging those who help support us. And the last part explain how the ending of the story. The ending of the story is tragic. When Malin Kundang denies his mother and show arrogance, upon his return to his village, his mother prayed to the sea to punish him. A thunderstorm answers, and a giant web sticker Malin Kundang's ship, destroying it as he begins for marriage. He is thrown into stone. The vitrified figure, now as Batu Malin Kundang, remains on the beach as a permanent reminder of the consequences of arrogance and betrayal.
Okay, that's all.
Yes.
Oke, silahkan tutup.
Okay. That's all from us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, please collect your work.
Oh yes, Marisa.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, most of you has delivered the result of your project, your work. That's good, that's great. And so, thank you for your nice work, and please kembali ke tempatnya masing-masing, silahkan. Okay, I see that most of you guys have understand what is the narrative text is about, and then also the structures, the purpose, and also language features. So that's all about today about narrative text. And before I close the meetings, anyone who want to conclude our meetings today? Rahma?
Okay, so today we learn about
Pay attention, please.
Narrative text. Narrative text is a kind of text to retell the imaginative or factual story that past tense. And then they have some of the genre. There is fable, myth, legend, folktale, fairy tales, and others. And then the purpose is to entertain the readers and then to amuse the readers. For the generic structure is orientation, complication, and resolution. And for the language features, there are use adverb of time, specific character, use direct speech, use of adjective, use of times, connective or conjunction, use of past tense, use action verb, and then use of saying and thinking verbs.
Okay, thank you so much, Rahma. So that's all. And are you happy with today's learning? Okay, if you're happy, please raise your thumbs up. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, that's all for today's. See you next week. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.